All right, week 4 will kick off with the Dolphins versus the Bengals. Now, for the Dolphins, they had a great game against the Bills, beating the Bills. I had the Bills beating the Dolphins, but the Dolphins proved me wrong. You know, the Bills didn't have Micah Hyde or Jordan Poyer, and they don't know how to use freaking Mike Gesicki, who's on my fantasy team, even though he's a good tight end, but whatever. Tua did fairly decent. He didn't do bad to lose the game, but it was all the defense. Holding the Bills to 19 points, that is crazy. This defense was really good. They didn't force any interceptions. They forced a fumble from Mark Ingram. But this defense it was good. I mean, they let Stephon Diggs have his way with them. But after what I see from the Dolphins, I think they're going to be a very great team in the AFC. As long as they keep impressing with that great defense and that great offensive weapon, it's going to be a good year for the Dolphins. Beating the Bills. I had the Bills being the best team in week 2, so it's great to see the Dolphins finally get the respect they deserve. But I have to say, they kind of escaped that game in a way. Kind of felt like they escaped out of it. But a win's a win, and to beat the Bengals, that great defense has to be implied. Speaking of the Bengals, they got their first win after sucking the first 2 weeks against the Steelers and the Cowboys. Now, Joe Burrow actually finally looked like Joe Burrow, throwing 3 touchdowns and 0 picks. Samaje Perine did pretty good. Joe Mixon did ass. The receivers did good. Tyler Boyd, Higgins, Jamar Chase did trash, but he had a touchdown, so I guess they'll make up for it. Now, they did play the Jets, so even though Joe Flacco looked really good, I must still say it's a good win. I think the Bengals have momentum now because they play good football. They know what winning's like now. So, and the Dolphins, they're bound to slow down a little bit. So the key for the Bengals is to out-offense the Dolphins. They have the same firepower as the Dolphins, arguably. So you have to find out. You have to out-offense them. You know what I mean? So this could be a really good Thursday night matchup, and I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals, just because they have momentum, and the Dolphins barely skate. You can see them declining a little bit, so I'm gonna go with the Bengals, and I don't like losing a little bit.